Hi, everybody, and welcome to City Beat. I'm your host, Nancy Byrne, and we are coming to you from the magical forest here at Opportunity Village. It's so hard to believe it's that time of year again. This is such an incredible Las Vegas tradition. We're going to take a look around throughout the program. But first, in case you hadn't heard, Las Vegas has a professional hockey team. That's right. The NHL says that getting a hockey team for many cities takes a year, sometimes 2 years. For Las Vegas, it was a matter of a few months. So on November 22nd at the T-Mobile Arena, it was announced that the name of the team will be, we'll let them tell you. For anyone who wondered how much support Las Vegas would give a professional hockey team, they need only look at the thousands who showed up outside the T-Mobile Arena for the unveiling of the team name, colors, and logo on November 22nd. Amazement was echoed by all the stakeholders on stage.
Look at the crowds! Look at the crowds way up here on the 7th floor. This is for the name and logo unveiling party, and Las Vegas really turned out. How about this?
I have never seen a turnout like this to name a franchise. We are at home in Las Vegas.
You know, we asked people to put down deposits for a team that didn't exist and for an arena that wasn't built, and boy, did you guys perform. Unbelievable. You know, Las Vegas has proven that it is hockey ready.
This crowd was not only hockey ready, they were ready to see what they would be calling their new team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Vegas Golden Knights! The Vegas Golden Knights! Oh my!
We caught up with some locals who say they've always been hockey fans. Now they are Golden Knights hockey fans.
Absolutely wonderful for Vegas. It's going to instill a lot of
pride.
In hockey and in the city.
It's already done a lot for the city. This was not possible before, so it's great.
We'll always have our allegiance to our home teams.
Yeah,
but you got to.
But you know what? We live here, so this is our home team now.
Many of the locals say this is not just good for the fans, it's good for the community. Like this woman, who actually moved back to Las Vegas because it was getting an NHL team.
It's going to finally bring united Las Vegas, and now we're finally going to have people that are going to be actually talking to one another and having a community. So we're back to a community again.
Well, it's a whole new era for Las Vegas, not from the tourist standpoint. It's so big for the people who live in Las Vegas, so big for our community. We have major league sports.
As soon as the merchandise area opened up, fans flooded it looking for anything bearing the name or logo of the Golden Knights. There were also some lucky people near the stage that were given team souvenirs. This Canadian and longtime hockey fan had a little advice for Las Vegas.
Recruit as many Canadian players as you can.
Bill Foley got the ball, or puck, moving on getting a new team here in Las Vegas less than a year ago. And he says he knows the Golden Knights may be a new team, but that general manager George McPhee will make sure they'll be a team to contend with.
Well, we have 30 owners and general managers and coaches trying to outsmart us. So we've just got to be smarter. And we've got to draft a great team, and we've got to build a team from the ground up. We're going to do it through the amateur draft. We're going to do it through the expansion draft, through free agency. And this is George's job. My job is to deliver the effort. George will deliver the team.
And we're going to start playing hockey in Las Vegas in 2017, which will begin the second 100 years of NHL hockey.
Now Las Vegas has a whole new reason to look forward to the 2017 NHL season.
Let's go Vegas Golden Knights! Woo! Woo!
What a lot of people don't realize is that a recent poll showed that Las Vegas is a top destination for the Thanksgiving weekend. So the timing of the announcement couldn't have been better, not only for Las Vegas locals, but from visitors from around the world. Well, as we mentioned earlier, we are standing in the middle of a Las Vegas legend. Of course, we're talking about the magical forest at Opportunity Village. But right now, we want to take you to another legendary establishment in the city of Las Vegas. For over 50 years, Jack Weinstein's Tower of Jewels has served our community. Well, they're closing their doors because he's retiring. So we stopped by to talk with Jack and his daughter Polly, who grew up in the jewelry business and intends to stay in the business, and found out what so many people already know. They didn't just come here and open a business. They put down roots, and Jack Weinstein became just as valuable and rare as the jewels he sells. When you step inside this 20,000 square foot jewelry store, once you get past the sparkle and shine, you will notice signs of goodbyes and goodbyes. After 53 years in business, Jack Weinstein is retiring. And it's not just 53 years of doing business, but doing business in Las Vegas. We sat down with him and his daughter Polly to look back.
The Tower of Jewels got started 53 years ago at this location. And before that, we were downtown on Fremont Street, okay? And then we were across the street in Commercial Center, and then that got too small for us, so we have this building, which is 20,000 square feet.
The secret to his success?
I would say the most important thing is being honest and ethical and genuinely good to your clients. We don't have customers, we have clients.
It's a philosophy that has been handed down to all of his children.
Growing up under my dad, who is such a great influence on our community, has been an inspiration and big shoes to fill.
Polly says she not only learned her business ethic from him, she learned the business itself, inside and out.
This is decades of handwork, memorialized, basically.
Aside from some estate pieces they sell, everything in their showroom is handmade here on the property. She showed us this room filled with thousands of rubber molds. One is made for every piece of jewelry they design. The original pieces are more expensive because of the designing involved. But having these molds here enables them to serve customers who might not have as much to spend.
Many pieces are timeless classics that will work over years and generations. Everything comes back around. So, as long as you have the mold on it, you don't have to put the labor back into it, which means it's cheaper for the customer.
She intends to take all she's learned and roll it out into her own business she affectionately calls the Jeweler's Daughter. How? Well, she's not quite certain, but it's unlikely it will be in a huge showroom like this.
The jewelry industry is changing. The retail industry is changing. The world is changing with the information age and being able to access prices or sources on the internet. I'm not exactly sure what's next, but for now we just want to honor my dad.
There is no exact date for closing the doors here, and Jack Weinstein isn't slowing down. He's still running the show, at least into the new year, but he is about ready for the change.
I'm 90 years old almost, and I've worked on my whole life, and I'm trying maybe to do something different.
But if you think that something different has anything to do with a rocking chair and a front porch?
No, it doesn't. No, I couldn't do that. I'm off on Sunday, and that's enough.
We'd like to thank Jack Weinstein and his family for opening up their business and for showing us around and giving us some time to do this story. We wish you only the very best of luck. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll show you how this community is giving a helping hand to those in need.
There's also an extended warranty option. There's just no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test that you needed at the doctor, so you won't be around in 2 years. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Congratulations to Nancy Byrne, City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month. I'm Sue Levitt, producer at KCLV. Nancy has been with the city for over 12 years and, as you of course know, produces and hosts the show you're watching right now, City Beat, that features all of the great things happening around our city. Nancy also handles a number of other projects, including a recent, very compelling half-hour special program she produced on bullying. After her special aired, she gained the attention of local schools and was invited to speak to students on the effects of bullying. There's no doubt Nancy's efforts to help stop bullying has made a huge impact in our community. Another special program Nancy produced on gangs won the City of Las Vegas an Emmy. Congratulations to my friend and coworker, Nancy Byrne, City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month.
Welcome back to City Beat. You know, I just feel like somebody's watching me. It's an elf. We're at the Magical Forest here at Opportunity Village, one of the greatest traditions in Las Vegas during the holiday season. You know, especially during the holiday season, we think about helping others, and here in our community, we know that homelessness leads to a cycle of hopelessness. You're on the streets, so you don't really have a permanent address, which makes it difficult to get services or a job, so you end up staying on the streets feeling like it's never going to get better. Well, every year around this time, a big project is held out at the Cashman Center called Project Homeless Connect. Now, their goal is to give services to people who are homeless. Their ultimate goal is to end homelessness altogether. These long lines outside Cashman Center are a sad reminder that there are too many people in our community in need of help to just get back on their feet again. Project Homeless Connect attempts to help them do just that. Inside, there are 165 service organizations manned by 600 volunteers, offering just about any resource these people need to get off the streets, or at the very least, head them in the right direction.
So someone can come here today and they can get housing, they can get a job, they can get medical care, they can get court or legal issues resolved. And those services might otherwise take weeks or months to access or to accomplish those same results.
Just starting with basic needs, there is clothing, food, medical checkups, and haircuts.
One of the things that we do at Regis is we recognize that our stylists are the backbone of our business and that it's important that we give back to the community that we live in and we take care of those around us.
Myra Kinney had a good job in Alaska but became homeless when she moved here. She found the event helpful in letting her know what's available.
There's different community resource booths in there where you can go in there and check out anywhere, and plus they fed me and the food was delicious, but there's things for housing and there's a lot of community resource information sheets that you can take, and basically if you do the footwork and you take the information that they have to offer and you go out and do the footwork and make calls, I think you can make some things happen.
While basic needs are met here, the ultimate goal is to get people off the streets permanently.
In the long run, our ultimate goal is to end homelessness. So we have housing providers here. We do, as you mentioned, have haircuts here. So people can actually come to the event today, get a haircut, get a suit, male or female. We have workforce clothing available, and then actually meet with an employer here at the event.
Emily Paulson says events like this give those in need hope and a feeling of comfort that this community really cares. And she says something of this magnitude cannot be accomplished without many nonprofits, public and private organizations. In fact, she says the faith-based community is a key partner in making Project Homeless Connect a success. The City of Las Vegas Mayor's Faith Initiative has had a big role in bringing churches to the table.
We're coordinating different faith providers to come together and fill gaps in homeless services. So right now we're working on a few different projects, including a transportation project, so we can help our homeless community members access different mainstream programs throughout the community. We have a hydration program that runs in the summer, and then of course this event. This event involved a lot of our faith community members in coming together.
While statistics show our homeless population is on the decrease, 3,000 people came through this event, and organizers want the number lower next year. You know, we live in a community that year-round has the spirit of giving, but this time of year, as we mentioned, is a time when we all have a heightened desire to help those in need. So we thought it'd be a good time to remind you that if you really want to give, there's a way that you can give and really help those in need instead of inadvertently causing them harm. Rashida Malench and her 3-month-old son Joshua are working their way through the Hands of Hope Pantry here at Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada. Rashida says she was thrilled to find out about this pantry because until now, she was among the estimated 300,000 Southern Nevadans who are considered food insecure, not knowing where their next meal would be coming from.
If I wouldn't get this food, I would ask for help from friends. Yeah.
Here at the pantry, she and others pick out the groceries they need instead of being handed a bag of items they may not be able to use. There's many fresh food choices here, like produce, dairy, meat, and bread, to go along with the canned goods. And at this time of the year, there's the added bonus of a frozen turkey that can be taken home for Thanksgiving.
We refrigerate the product. Our food pantry is done in such a way that it gives people the dignity to be able to choose what they want, to be able to give to their families for Thanksgiving.
Along with stocking this pantry, Catholic Charities serves a community meal to as many as 1,000 people a day, 7 days a week, and delivers Meals on Wheels to shut-ins. Deacon Tom says they couldn't do this work alone. There's a coordinated effort among many local service agencies.
Bless this child of God. Salvation Army is a great example of another organization that does terrific work that really helps those who really need help the most. The Rescue Mission, great organization, great people. We couldn't do what we do at Catholic Charities without the partnership with 3 Square. We buy our food at such an inexpensive price and get so much free food donated to us through 3 Square. We could not have the Hands of Hope Community Food Pantry or provide the quality meal that we provide every day in the community meal that's free without an organization like 3 Square.
Just as the service providers are working together, they would like the many generous people in our community who choose to help to coordinate their efforts as well. In other words, instead of going out haphazardly delivering food and clothing to the streets, if you wish to give to the service organizations who are fighting hunger and homelessness in a collaborative and organized effort.
We want the dignity and compassion that all of us deserve by being brought into an environment that's safe and secure and that's clean and that's warm, and get a quality meal, temperature controlled, or a product in the food pantry that's been properly prepared and properly organized.
He says good intentions can actually do more harm than good.
Giving on the street sometimes can, even with the best intentions, make people sick because sometimes the food isn't maintained at the proper temperature.
When a person is down and out trying to get back on their feet, having a clean, caring place to turn, like the Hands of Hope Pantry, gives hope and strength to face another day. Well, as Deacon Tom Roberts mentioned, organizations such as the Rescue Mission, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities, and more work together to feed nearly 140,000 people a month. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, if you think talent can only be found in showrooms and casinos, think again. We're going to take you to quite the talent show, a talent show that proves when it comes to talent, there is no expiration date. Stay with us.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to City Beat from the magical forest at Opportunity Village. You know, if you're lucky enough to have a talent, did you know that that talent doesn't have to have an expiration date? We know that for many reasons, not the least of which is the annual Seniors Got Talent Showcase. It didn't disappoint this year. We had everything from singers to dancers to a comedian. Let's take a look.
Excuse me, sir. Can you turn the volume up on your keyboard?
Yes, sir. Sure can.
but it was certain mics that the EQ for male and female voices.
Last-minute preparations for the annual Seniors Got Talent showcase were underway up until curtain time. When all was set, dozens of talented dancers, singers, bands, and more were waiting in the wings to show off their stuff.
Good morning, still. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Yeah, we're going to get ready to get started with our annual Seniors Got Talent. Are you guys ready for a good time?
Kicking off this year's show, line dancers.
Just listen.
This year's show, like every year, proves when it comes to entertaining and performing, age does not have to be a barrier.
The name says it all. Seniors Got Talent. First of all the performers are 50 plus. So it's for the seniors to showcase some of their talents that they, have had since birth, basically, but now they're able to share it with other seniors and brighten their day.
Her 60th birthday, he told her, I want to surprise you with something special. Give me a little hint as to what you might want. So she said, I would like to have something in the driveway that can go from 0 to 300 in seconds. He said, well, okay. So the next morning was her 60th birthday, and she went out, looked in the driveway. There was some bathroom scales.
This was the first year for this talented singer, but entertaining is nothing new for him.
Yeah, I used to sing with a theater group, and we toured for 3 years in Washington, D.C., so I got to do several places there in D.C.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Al says being able to continue performing is one of the reasons he moved to Las Vegas. One of the reasons.
Actually, I just moved here from the Westerville, Columbus area, and that's why I moved out here, because all of the talent that's out here is just great, and I'm loving it to death. Plus the good weather, too. Sorry, Ohio, but the weather out here is good.
This event is good for the performers, but it's also good for those who come to take in the show. Lucy Eatman, our comedian, says the senior and community centers as a whole offer so much to so many.
I'm a line dance instructor here at the Doolittle Senior Center and also over at the Pearson Community Center, and that's an opportunity for seniors to come out and get exercise. That's a fun way to get exercise. And you meet a lot of new friends. We become a family. We have a lot of fun together, and I love it.
It's not about trying to be famous or make a lot of money. It's just having a good time, And like I said, we're out here, all this entertainment, and so we get to be a part of the Las Vegas scene. That's great within itself.
This encourages others that they can do anything, that it's always a time in the season to do what you love.
That show never fails to entertain. You know, we've been talking about all the great things the holiday season brings along with it, the spirit of giving, celebrating, but this is also a time of year where people tend to let their guards down while they're partying and shopping. So we thought we'd visit with Metro Police for some safety tips. They are called porch pirates, thieves who patrol neighborhoods or follow delivery trucks on the lookout for their next bounty. And if you think they keep busy year-round, watch out for their peak season, the holidays.
What we're talking about are people that come to your porch for a reason that is criminal in nature.
Kathy Castle is with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police and says we all need to be vigilant about not falling victim to these predators. She says gone are the days when you can trust that a package will be left alone until you get home.
Why not think about this before you place that order? Am I going to be home when this order is potentially to be delivered? And if the answer is no, do I have an alternative delivery location? Can I send it perhaps to an office, to a neighbor, to a family member, somebody who might be able to receive that package in my absence?
She says sometimes these predators are on the porch for a different reason. There has been an increase in home robberies that start with the thieves ringing your bell to see if anyone is home. If no one answers, they assume the coast is clear to break in.
It's absolutely important to let people know you're home. And not only is that good for you as an adult, but if you have children who may be in self-care, or you have parents or whatnot that you care for, everybody in the family needs to be on that same page. If you're not expecting that visit at the doorstep and you cannot confirm or verify who they are or why they're there, you're under no obligation to open your door. Simply say, we don't open the door to people we don't know.
When you do leave home to do that all-important holiday shopping, Castle says being organized is the best way to avoid being a victim of a crime.
Patience and planning are really, really important. Let's say that you have a limited amount of time to do a lot of things. Plan that out. What is more practical for you to get done in that limited amount of time? You have to discipline yourself so that you're not creating undue safety risk for you by being so busy, so distracted, so in a hurry, so overburdened that you miss things that you should see or hear.
The same goes with holiday partying. Adding alcohol to being distracted and not paying attention to your surroundings can put you at risk, especially if you're really not much of a drinker the rest of the year.
So if you're having office parties or you're going to neighborhood parties or whatnot, if you're not familiar with alcohol and what alcohol does to you, you want to be really careful. Most people just want that item, that drink in their hand. Doesn't mean it has to be an alcohol drink.
If your holiday plans are taking you on the road, follow the same tips you would follow whenever you're vacationing.
Same thing we would tell you anytime you take a vacation. Have your home looked after and create the look of occupancy before you leave. If this is with lighting and sound and things like that. Have a neighbor park a car in your driveway occasionally.
Finally, Castle says enjoy your holiday season. Just keep your eyes open and your instincts on point. If something doesn't feel right, listen to those signals your body is giving you.
Crime victims often say, gosh, I had a weird feeling about that, but I did it anyway. Or I thought that guy looked funny, but I kept walking because I didn't know what else to do. So when your gut instinct is telling you something, stop, listen to what it's telling you, and take corrective action, even if it's just turning around and going the other way.
Well, that does it for another City Beat. We'd like to thank you for joining us from the magical forest at Opportunity Village. They're open now. They're open through January 1st nightly. The only day they're closed, this time for the first year on Christmas Day, so that people could spend time with their families. They have all the old favorites along with some new things, such as the avalanche slide and a show on the castle stage, a light show set to music. If you'd like more information or if you'd like to volunteer, it takes about 75 to 100 volunteers a night. Just go to their website. Thank you so much for joining us. And as we go to close, we take you to one of the largest Veterans Day parades in the country here in Las Vegas.